Hi guys, I'm the Michael Myers fanatic. I came here today to review the television cut of Halloween 2 from 1981. I saw this movie for the first time in October of 2003. It's very different from the theatrical cut. Not that different, I don't even know why I said that. But let's just say it's different. It's different enough to make you notice it. And if you ask my opinion, I think that the television cut is more of a psychological thriller than it is a slasher movie because the television cut didn't have a lot of killing in it. The television cut focused more on playing with your mind, like Michael Myers could be anywhere and everywhere. In the television cut, the movie opens up with as Dr. Loomis shooting Michael Myers, just like the theatrical cut. And he's like, I shot him, I shot him. And the guy's like, who? And he's like, tell the sheriff, get the sheriff. And then from there, we don't really see Michael Myers for about 5 to 10 minutes. It focuses more on Dr. Loomis. And he's talking to Sheriff Brackett. They're in the car. Sheriff Brackett can't understand why he let Michael Myers go. The interesting part to me is when we get to the hospital. And I thought I should point out, in this version, it doesn't show Michael taking the knife, but you see him with it a couple seconds later. It doesn't even show him killing Alice. So I don't even know why they needed to show him taking the knife. I want to give a shout out to someone that's not on YouTube, but they're on my Facebook page. He calls himself Voorhees. That's not his real name, but it's what he calls himself. And I want to give him a shout out because he's shown me a lot of support and respect, which is more than I can say for most of the YouTubers. Voorhees, you said that you like me because I'm honest. Real recognizes real. Well, the Michael Myers fanatic has got to be real with you right now. That movie was scary as shit. Seriously. The television cut, I don't care what anybody says, is much scarier than the theatrical version. Because in this movie, you don't see Michael Myers too much. It's more about the fact of knowing that he's there. And everyone keeps talking about Michael Myers being scary because you don't know why he did it. Who cares why he did it? What was scary to me is they didn't know who was doing it. They didn't know that it was Michael Myers doing the killing until his name was revealed. They were all running around the hospital like chickens with their heads cut off, because they didn't know who was doing that shit. It was really scary. And then once his name was revealed, they were like, oh, it's Michael Myers. The television version is better. I loved it, which is why I'm reviewing it. But as I was saying, they basically didn't know who was doing the killing. Laurie was admitted to the hospital after being stabbed by the killer, who was later to be revealed as Michael Myers. And she gets surgery, and she's hysterical. She's screaming, don't put me to sleep, don't put me to sleep. And they're telling her that it's going to be alright. So Laurie was played by Jamie Lee Curtis. You have this guy that has a crush on her. He's a paramedic, and he takes to her very quickly. While they're trying to operate on Laurie, the lights go out. I thought that was really creepy. And then the backup generator came on. The thing I didn't like about it is a lot of the dialogue was repeated in the television cut. Like that one girl, she kept saying, it's creepy, it's creepy, it's creepy. Alright, we get it, you think it's creepy. You don't have to say it over and over again. You're just as annoying as Linda was in the original movie. It It's sort of like a bunch of people trapped in a nightmare. Like, what if you were in a hospital and someone was trying to kill you and you didn't know who it was? And then a theory came along, and Mr. Garrett, played by Cliff Emmett, he said that it was some kids on drugs that did the murders. You don't really see what happens to the victims. It's just assumed that they are killed. But like I said, the emergency generators went off. As the movie goes on, he kills Mr. Garrett by smacking him in the head with a hammer. And we find out that Laurie went to see Michael Myers when he was a kid, and she's begging Michael Myers not to hurt her. I thought that scene was really cool. That was an added scene. But the movie's pretty similar. It's not that different. Michael dies in the same way. Well, not dies, but he gets stopped in the same way. He gets set on fire. Michael ended up being burnt, just like in the theatrical version. I also wanted to point out in this ending that Jimmy lived. He didn't die. He actually survived, and at the end of the film, Laurie was in the ambulance, and Jimmy rose up, and she thought it was Michael Myers, and she said, "We made it. We made it." And then they rode off into the sunset. But that's my review on Halloween 2, the television cut. Loved it from start to finish. 5 stars. John Carpenter, you did an excellent job. I got nothing bad to say about you this time. You earned my respect, because you scared the crap out of me. I'm the Michael Myers fanatic. I approve this message. Once again, shout out to my friend on Facebook, Voorhees. Shout out to Christian Marin 95, Daniel Culver, all my people in horror in Haddonfield. I love you guys. That was some scary shit. I'm out.